What's going on, everyone? Daniel Rodriguez here, and welcome to my spoiler review for The Defenders Season 1. Make sure you have seen all 8 episodes, the first season of The Defenders. So make sure you see that. I do not want to ruin your viewing experience and ruin moments that happen within the 8 episodes. So I'll tell you right now, and you're probably thinking this, but probably not, but where are my 8 individual episodes for The Defenders? I actually filmed them yesterday because I binge watched it fully. I did full 8 hours. I think it took me 9 hours in total to watch all 8 episodes. And I ended up filming the reviews afterwards, about 3, 4, 5 minute videos after. But I was super tired, and I was out of my mind because when I started binge watching, I was already 12, 13 hours up, and then imagine adding 9 hours on top of it and trying to do reviews. I was rushing. I thought my aunt was going to come down from San Antonio, so I'm all rushing and everything, thinking that I'm not going to be able to use this room the next few days, so I'm trying to do my reviews. She ends up not coming down, and then I'm thinking, okay, I'll just redo the 8 episodes, like redo the reviews again better. But I'm going to have to do that tomorrow or at a later date. So right now I just figure I'll just do a spoiler review and get my opinion and thoughts out to you guys faster. So again, make sure you have seen The Defenders Season 1. Real quick, if you want the quick review, I think it was okay. We'll get more in depth with it, but if you want the basics, I think it's an okay season. I think it's an okay show. It's not better than Daredevil's Season 1 in a sense, nor better than Jessica Jones Season 1, but I think that every single Netflix Marvel show has problems. None of them are 10 out of 10. Iron Fist was okay. It was very mediocre, and it had a lot of moments that were just shit. Luke Cage, the first half was great with the main villain, the actor from Moonlight or whatever. Excuse me, I'm not thinking straight. And then they went to the other guy in Act 2. The second part of Luke Cage I didn't like. So Cottonmouth was great in Luke Cage, and then they just ruined it afterwards doing something else. So anyway, every show has its downfall, and this show definitely has a lot of problems. First off, I love the interaction between all the characters. I'll say that right now. The chemistry between them, the jokes that are made between them. It's great to see Daredevil and Jessica Jones together, and Iron Fist and Luke Cage making jokes at each other, and they have their fighting moments, and they don't like each other, and then they like each other, and they respect each other, and then they don't respect each other. There's a whole mixture of emotions going on, and that is fun. It's entertaining. And after 4 years after announcing it and 3 years after they finally actually, from Daredevil Season 1, this was the whole build-up. This is like the end of Phase 1. And it's very exciting, and there's a lot of nerdgasm moments. There's a lot of moments in this show out of the 8 episodes where you just lose your mind and you geek out, and I geeked out a lot during the 8 episodes. But it's poor writing, and I understand. I think the writer was a Daredevil writer, and he has to write for Jessica and Danny and Luke and all that. I understand how hard that could possibly be, but in the same sense, it's more the overall arc against the Hand. I like the whole idea of the 5 leaders and how they were from Kunlun, and then they end up getting kicked out, and they want to go back to Kunlun. But I just feel like the way it was executed, I like the backstory to it, but the way it was actually done in the show was lazy and weak and wasn't as fun as it is probably on paper. It would probably be better in a comic book than on the live action of what they ended up doing. Kingpin was a better villain. Cottonmouth was a better villain. Hell, Harold Meacham was a better villain. Kilgrave was a better villain than what Sigourney Weaver was. Nothing wrong with Sigourney Weaver in a sense. I mean, I think she sucked as the character, but I'm saying Sigourney Weaver's a badass, but I'm not going to just let that slide and be like, she's a badass, we'll give her a pass. I think it's more of the writing and her. Why is she even in the show? It's like, look, it's a female, and she listens to classic music, and she sits down and eats fancy foods. We've seen this before. There's nothing new to it. We've seen this before. Maybe not in the Netflix shows, but wearing the nice costumes and the dresses and her hair all done and she's all fancy. Who fucking cares? We've seen it before. Boring. Get the hell out of here. Do something fun with the villain, man. She was so boring and unfun and lazy. And really, Elektra, I guess Elektra is the main villain by the end of the show, I guess. But the Black Sky, I don't know whether it was more Elektra or the Black Sky or the Black Sky trying to be Elektra. I really don't understand the concept there of who was who. I guess Elektra still turned evil because she's like an anti-hero, but I guess she was still evil at the end, so it's like, what the hell's the point? Matt ends up dying for this girl when you have Karen, a beautiful girl like Karen. Beautiful girl, and you end up going for Elektra. I still just don't see how that works out there. I like the supporting characters. I think the only character that didn't get on my nerves was Malcolm. But they have their moments. I think Trish, it's fun to see Trish again. She got on my nerves after a while. Misty got on my nerves a lot. So much. She's so annoying with that damn afro hair and fucking everything. It pissed me off with Misty. Foggy, I remember loving Foggy in this season. I'm like, Foggy's so dumb. He's such a bitch. Karen, I'm worried about Matt. Oh, Foggy, I'm worried about Matt too. Your friend's Daredevil. It would be an honor to have my friend be a fucking vigilante or a fucking hero. That would be so awesome. And you guys were all, oh my god, Matt, like, dude, you're friends with Daredevil. That's awesome. Respect that, man. You guys are, realistically, I would be happy to have a friend like Daredevil, but they're all, oh, please. He's a hero, and you guys are just wanting him to get away from the hero shit because he might hurt himself. He's a grown-ass man, and he's blind, and he kicks ass. Give him a little bit of respect. So even they got on my nerves. Malcolm, again, is the only person of Jessica Jones out of all the characters. And Colleen. Malcolm and Colleen are the only ones who didn't fully get on my nerves. So I love all the different stuff in the first episode where it kind of jumps with, here's what Matt's doing, here's what Luke's doing, he got out of prison. Foggy shows up there at Seagate, and then we see Jessica and what she's doing. I really think that even though I like Danny Rand as a character, he's so annoying, and I like Finn Jones as a person, but the way he's been playing Danny Rand, and I feel like it could make progress, there could be progress done, but he's such an annoying character. Not throughout the whole season of The Defenders, but for the most part, he's very annoying. And everything that he says, it's not well. Like, Charlie Cox is good acting. Kristen Ritter is really good acting. Mike Coulter, really good acting. And then you got Finn Jones. And I have an Iron Fist tattoo. You know, I love Iron Fist as a character, not the show. I thought the show was alright. But it's just like, dude, I don't know. I don't know whether it's the writing or whether it's him, but somehow pick it up a little bit more. And I think at the end he's on the rooftops, and now he's kind of like the next Daredevil in a sense. Get your costume already. Hurry up and get the damn costume. Honestly, Matthew Murdock, Daredevil, his whole stuff this season was really fun. And seeing him with his costume, and again the interactions between the characters, and wearing the scarf and fighting Elektra, but killing him off. Where I want to be there the day that they said, let's just kill Daredevil. Yes, we're building up, and we've already announced a season 3. A season 3 is coming to Daredevil, but let's just. We've written such a shitty ending to a season. and they're gonna explode this fucking building. We're gonna CGI the shit out of that, of course, because we gotta do something explosive, right? Cliche it, be predictable. Let's just go ahead and Elektra, all the other people are dead except Madame Gao. We killed Sigourney Weaver off after she made no fucking impact to the show for no apparent reason. It was such a waste of time, such a waste of my time. Let's just waste more time. Let's kill Daredevil. Yeah, we wrote ourselves into a corner, so let's just kill Daredevil, right? And then Daredevil, he's not even dead, he's alive, and it's like, come on. Where the hell was the Punisher? Where was the Avengers? Where was Spider-Man? Where was everybody? I don't know. You would hear about earthquakes happening in New York, and the Avengers Tower is pretty close. I just don't see how that works. It was perfect to have other people cross over with the Defenders. So, again, I think it's an okay season. It's not bad. It has bad moments, and it's definitely a show I wouldn't go back and watch again right away. I would go to certain scenes for sure, but it's something I wouldn't like, oh, next week I'm just going to rewatch the whole 8 episodes again, because why not, right? No, there's more stuff in life I got to do than rewatch these 8 episodes again. And it's better than Iron Fist Season 1. It's better than Luke Cage Season 1. And it still doesn't beat, like, the action scenes in here, there's like 2 or 3 that wasn't the best, or maybe one scene that wasn't the best of an action scene, 1 or 2, but for the rest of the action scenes, they were good. They were really good, and Iron Fist has improved in the fighting. Honestly, it looks way better, but it still doesn't beat the Daredevil hallway scene and stairway scene. It still just doesn't rise up to that level. Although at the end in the finale there was that shot, like an Avenger shot, where it shows Jessica kicking ass, and then it goes to Luke and he's kicking ass, and then it goes to Danny and he's kicking all this butt, and then it goes to Daredevil. I mean, it was a beautiful shot. And then it gets to a close-up of them, and they're all together, and then Danny is looking the other way, so it's just his back. And I'm like, no, you need to be looking the other way, dude. Come on, this is supposed to be a badass moment. And then he's looking the other way, and I'm like, no, it ruined the shot. So I think my favorite moments, if I had to pick my top 3 favorite moments out of the season, when Danny Rand hit Luke Cage, that whole fight scene there, and the slow motion, him hitting and doing like pinpoints and stuff on the chest and all that, that was a really great scene. That's number 3 for me. It's hard to think about it, really. I honestly, Stick's death I didn't see coming. That was pretty intense, and there's a lot of decapitation in this show, and Misty's arm gets cut off and stuff like that, so it's pretty damn intense. Bakuto, I didn't like Bakuto in Season 1 of Iron Fist, but he's definitely way better in here than he was in Iron Fist. Definitely more enjoyable than Sigourney Weaver, Alexandra, the villain, twirl her mustache. So definitely, for sure, Bakuto was way better. The Warlord guy I didn't care for. Madame Gao's amazing, as always. Madame Gao's one of the best characters in the Netflix shows. She's so interesting, and so it's such a delight to see her actually on the screen. But I can't think of the other 2 scenes, honestly, in a sense. There should have been a Punisher cameo. I know there's other 2 things that I really liked about it. For sure, again, Luke versus Danny is one of my favorite scenes. There's a part, I'm going to be a perv right now just because Jessica's ass jiggled quite a few times, so I like that because Kristen Ritter's so hot. But also Jessica's so badass because she ends up changing her manner, in a sense, her motion, and she talks like Kristen Ritter for a sense, where she's like, oh, not ditzy, but I'm saying she's like a normal girl. She's not this like alcoholic badass PI. She's actually like, oh, hi, I'm here to I have a meeting, and she's like that. And she does it like 2 times during the show, and it's so fun to watch. I think Kristen Ritter is the strongest acting and story-wise out of the Defenders, and then after that I would say Daredevil, and then I would say Luke Cage, and then I would say Iron Fist. So still Iron Fist at least at the bottom there. But it's Jessica Jones and her reactions and her changing her voice and stuff. I think that was more of my favorite moments as well during the season. The whole teen thing, it was very emotional with Luke Cage's side of the things, but at the same time, it's a very slow show, and I mean, there is some long drags. It drags itself on the ground a bunch of parts. Every scene, I mean, every episode has slow scenes. Doesn't mean the whole episode is slow, but there are slow scenes in all 8 episodes. All of them have their downfalls. Very slow, dragging out certain stories that just didn't belong in there, and I felt they could have gone a different route. They could have gone a different way. I don't know. And I write TV shows and movies and stuff, and I'm not saying I could write a better script for the Defenders, but I probably could write a better script for the Defenders. I'm pretty sure you could write a better script for the Defenders. Again, I'm not saying fire the guy. He was a horrible writer. It was okay. It's not a horrible show. I know it sounds like I'm shitting on the show. It's still worth a watch. If you have, I hope everyone's seen it already, but it was still worth the watch. But at the same time, it was a disappointment. It's great to see these characters together and interact, and the action scenes are really good, but it's still a disappointment, just enemy-wise, and the writing of the overall arc of it. It feels like it was a waste of time. It really does. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to give the Defenders Season 1 a 6.5 out of a 10. Again, I thought it was an okay season. It has its moments. It's fun to watch these characters and see where it leaves off for Jessica Jones Season 2. And Trish was annoying. Like, I'm trying to get the deets on the earthquake, and then they shut me down, and then she keeps mentioning it, and it's like, shut up, please. Where was the Punisher? Come on, we need the Punisher, man. Iron Fist Season 2, I have no idea where we're going with that. I guess he's going to kick more ass. And where was Ward and where was Joy? Whatever happened to Madame Gao? Is Elektra still alive? I mean, honestly, there needs to be more answer to that by the end than leaving it hanging in a sense and like, Daredevil died. Yeah, because that's a way to end the show, right? What a waste. You could have had a way better ending than that shit. I think it's just wasted opportunities for many other cooler stuff, and they just picked Daredevil dying. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, share, and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to stay tuned for my separate 8-episode reviews for the 8 episodes, and I appreciate it again. I'll see you guys for the next Netflix Marvel show, which will be The Punisher in November. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure to hit the subscribe button again if you enjoyed the video. Till next time, bye-bye.